Coming up on Good Morning Longhorns, a conservative activist shot last Wednesday, with UT students hosting a vigil in his memory.
The UT Dean of Students office has changed the student government constitution. More on what this means for election rulings.
The Longhorns defeated UT El Paso this weekend. We're diving into everything Texas football.
A new Women in Sports Media Club has started at UT. Ariel Doss joins us live in the studio to tell us more.
And finally, fall is around the corner. We're teaching you how to start the fall season with a delicious snack. All this and more coming up right here, right now on Good Morning Longhorns. Good Morning Longhorns for this Wednesday, September 17th. I'm Aneesh Tiwari.
And I'm Emmie Adams. Thank you for joining us this morning. How are you doing today, Aneesh?
I'm doing well, Emmy. I'm really excited for our first show of the semester. What about you?
Yes, me too. We've got a lot going on this week, but I'm excited to get right into it.
Let's do it. Well, first this morning, conservative activist Charlie Kirk was killed last week while speaking to a crowd at Utah Valley University. The suspect's motive remains unknown. Kirk was known as a leader of the conservative political group Turning Point USA. A branch of Turning Point USA at UT held a vigil honoring Charlie's legacy, recognizing the lasting impact he left behind.
He was amazing at what he did, and something I want to say is even though Charlie is gone, his videos are still here for us to watch. His words are alive. What he did is alive. Charlie's legacy will continue. Charlie kind of ingrained this message in us that America is a very good country. We ought to love America. America is worth fighting for.
On Monday, TSTV News spoke with an officer from UT's chapter of Students Demand Action, a campus gun control advocacy group, about the impact of Kirk's death on gun violence in the United States.
We also shouldn't be ignoring the fact that all of this came down to the fact that they had looser gun laws in Utah. I mean, campus carry is completely legal. It made it very, very difficult to differentiate somebody that's exercising their Second Amendment rights to own a gun, and then through the Utah law, open carry on a college campus, and to differentiate that from somebody who is intending to incite gun violence and to harm somebody.
Next week, TSTV News' evening show will give a closer look at how the UT community is responding to the death of this prominent right-wing figure.
A new Texas Senate bill is redistricting the guidelines on protesting on campus. Senate Bill 2972, called the Campus Protection Act, took effect September 1st. The law bans non-students from protesting on school grounds, including a medic group that has provided aid in the past. It also outlaws megaphones, encampments, and any protest between 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. According to KUT News, students are saying the law violates their free speech rights, and several student groups have filed lawsuits against UT officials.
You may have heard of a new Texas law that bars who can protest on public university campuses, but you may not have heard about how this is affecting bystanders as well. The Street Medics of Austin, a nonpartisan organization providing medical assistance at local protests, was reportedly told the group is not allowed to be present on UT's campus while providing first aid to a protest held by the Students for a Democratic Society. The law, Senate Bill 2972, prevents non-students from engaging in quote-unquote expressive activities on college campuses, including UT. Several student organizations at UT have filed a lawsuit challenging said law, claiming it violates students' free speech.
And walking around West Campus, you may have noticed an increased police presence. Starting August 4th, in a partnership with Austin PD, UTPD increased its visibility and coverage in West Campus. The new approach increases officers patrolling on bikes, in vehicles, and on foot to enhance the safety of West Campus visitors and residents. UT has invested over $13 million in West Campus safety in the recent years, and this new increase in safety comes after UTPD added a West Campus substation last year.
Big changes in the tower last week as UT student government released their new constitution. The current president and vice president worked with the Office of the Dean of Students over the summer, making changes without the consultation of the Assembly Board or judicial branch. Among the changes include the Dean of Students now having the authority to overturn rulings of student government elections.
The new constitution also includes elimination of funding for executive agencies, which were groups of volunteers focused on tackling issues like food insecurity and women's health. Students will also only cast one vote for representatives, eliminating the previously used ranked choice format intended to best represent the will of the student body. SG President Hudson Thomas told TSTV that the intention behind the overall changes was to eliminate redundancies. Read more about these changes on our website at tstvnews.com. In a post shared on social media early last week, Democratic State Representative James Tallarico announced he would run for U.S. Senate. Tallarico, known for his outspoken progressive views and strong online presence, will face off against former U.S. Representative Colin Allred for the Democratic nomination. Other Texas Democrats, like San Antonio Representative Joaquin Castro and former El Paso Congressman Beto O'Rourke, have also been rumored as candidates for the primary, but have not made any official announcements. On the Republican side, incumbent Senator John Cornyn, who has held his seat for over 22 years, has a challenge posed by Attorney General Ken Paxton. Primary election day for both parties will be on March 3rd.
A post made by a UT student group from an anti-Trump rally has been grabbed the attention of Texas lawmakers. UT Students for a Democratic Society held the rally on campus 2 weeks ago. Take a look at the post in question. You can see a piñata depicting President Donald Trump split open. UT Young Conservatives posted about the photo on X, calling the students involved communists. Several state representatives also commented on the photo. Republican Tom Oliverson called for SDS to be banned and referenced the death of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. TSTV News reached out to both student groups involved. Neither has provided a response.
The Walter Geology Library in the UT Jackson School of Geosciences is now closed. The closure was announced in an email to students in the Jackson School. According to the dean of the Jackson School, the library was one of the only buildings of the Geosciences School that could be used in a more efficient way. Students can still order any of the library's materials through UT Libraries and pick them up at the Perry Castaneda Library. However, all library materials, including geological books and maps, are set to relocate to the J.J. Pickle Research Campus throughout the semester.
After 11 terms, U.S. Representative Michael McCaul will not be seeking re-election. McCaul has represented Texas in the country's House of Representatives since 2005. He was a part of the 10th Congressional District in Texas and chair to the Homeland Security and Foreign Affairs Committee. McCaul remarked on his time, saying he feels proud to have devoted his life to public service and protecting the nation. He plans to continue to have involvement within foreign policy and security.
And Austin has been approved to use a national emergency alert system used by FEMA, the city government announced last Friday. FEMA, a federal agency that specializes in natural disaster relief, will now allow Austin to utilize IPAWS, or the Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, which FEMA uses to send emergency warnings through text, radio, and TV. The approval comes after 9 people died in Travis County during the July floods. The first test alert is planned for September 29th at 3 p.m.
The Austin serial killer theories have officially been debunked by the Austin Police Department. A study conducted by Texas State University in collaboration with APD has proved that the infamous Rainy Street Ripper is in fact not real. After conducting research on the influx of bodies found near Lady Bird Lake, the study concluded the alleged homicides were actually consistent with drownings frequencies in the area. The serial killer theories were amplified in recent years on social media. However, APD has confirmed the theories are unsupported.
Last Tuesday, Dr. Melissa McCool, a Texas A&M professor with over a decade of experience, was fired after Governor Abbott and Representative Brian Harrison called for her removal. This followed a viral video of a student confronting McCool during her literature course about gender identity lesson. Her termination notice alleged she was instructed to alter her content, despite McCool's claims that she had never been instructed to do so for her entire tenure. In response to the firing, the Texas chapter of the American Association of University Professors said this not only infringes on academic freedom at UT, but also faculty's rights to due process, and is a massive overstep by the governor and Texas politicians.
Switching to some lighter news, The Bachelorette is returning to ABC for its 22nd season, and its newest star has just been announced. Taylor Frankie Paul, previously known from the hit Hulu series The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, announced her new role on an episode of Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast last week. Paul, mother of 3, says she's looking forward to starting a new chapter of her life following a divorce and the end of a serious relationship.
And last night, Dancing with the Stars kicked off its new season, and here are some of the highlights. The judges' table looked very different as Carrie Ann Inaba was out sick, making all of the scores out of 20 instead of 30.
Olympic gold medalist Jordan Chiles set the tone with a dynamic salsa, while reality star Dylan Efron shocked with his cha-cha. Actress Elaine Hendricks even nodded to her iconic Parent Trap role, handshake and all.
Top scores went to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Whitney Levitt and conservationist Robert Irwin, who each earned 15. Hilaria Baldwin followed close behind with 14, while former Fifth Harmony member Lauren Yoregi and social media star Alex Earl tied with 13.
But the race for the mirror ball is still wide open as everyone brought their best for week 1. Next week, 2 couples will be eliminated, so don't forget to vote.
Emmy, did you catch any performances last night?
I did. I was actually pleasantly surprised by Alex Earl. I thought she did a great job, but I haven't seen Robert Irwin yet, so I'm looking forward to watching that. The biggest night in television was on Sunday, celebrating the best in TV. The 77th Emmy Awards were held in Los Angeles, with comedian Nate Bargatze hosting the show. The big winners of the night included The Studio, which won Best Comedy Series, and The Pit, which took home Best Drama Series. Limited Series Adolescents won 6 awards, including Best Limited Series. 15-year-old Owen Cooper made history, becoming the youngest male winner for his supporting role in Adolescence. Stephen Colbert won Best Talk Show to a standing ovation. CBS canceled his Late Show months ago, with many fans believing Colbert's criticism of President Donald Trump played a role.
Coming up, our Shreya Vaidyanathan joins us in the Weather Center to discuss the lingering summer heat. Your local forecast is next.
Thirteen of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early.
Welcome back. As the summer comes to an end, the Texas heat still seems to be sticking around.
To dive deeper in your local forecast, we're here joined by Shreya Vaidyanathan in the Weather Center. Good morning, Shreya.
Good morning, Emmy, and good morning, everyone. Like Aneesh said, Texas heat will continue today and through the rest of the week. Today's high is 95 degrees with a low of 71 degrees. Tomorrow we'll hit a high of 95 degrees and a low of 70 degrees. Friday is similar with a high of 95 degrees and a low of 72. And moving into this weekend, skies are clear with the UV hitting 9 each day. Keeping up the trend of mid-90s, Saturday has a high of 94 degrees and a low of 74. And Sunday is looking just as summery with a high of 95 degrees and again a low of 74 degrees. If you're planning to go to Saturday's game, our first night game of the season, it's shaping up to be a gorgeous Saturday for a win against Sam Houston in DKR. Don't forget to come early, stay late, and get loud for our Longhorns. That's all from the Weather Center. I'm Shreya Vaidyanathan. Back to you guys.
This past Saturday, the Longhorns beat UTEP 27-10 in what looked like a close game for a while. Arch Manning struggled in passing, going 11-25 in completions with 1 interception. Manning was even booed off the field to end the first half. Touchdowns were scored by Manning and by receiver Ryan Wingo. Star running back C.J. Baxter suffered a hamstring injury in one of the first plays of the game. With him and Wisner out, carries were split by James Simon and Jarrett Gibson. The running backs combined for over 120 rushing yards. Manning said in a press conference, quote, "I know the type of player that I am. I know I'm going to play better and we're going to be better as an offense," end quote. The Longhorns face Sam Houston this Saturday, 7 p.m. at DKR.
And at the game on Saturday, 10 former UT student athletes were recognized for being inducted into the Texas Athletics Hall of Honor the night prior. In the 71st men's class, the inductees were Nate Dusing, Royal Ivy, Kyle Russell, Roderick Wright, and Bobby Mitchell. The 26th women's class of honor included Kirsten Wengler, Burton, Haley Eckerman, Devonis Gilmore, Tiffany Jackson, and Nancy Ledbetter Ramsbottom. All 10 athletes span over a variety of sports, from football all the way to golf.
Shifting to volleyball, the Longhorns swept number 9 Arizona State to earn their 5th-ranked season win this season. The sweep was led by freshman Carrie Spears, who had a career-high 18 kills. Another game leader was Ella Swindle, who had her first double-double of the season with 29 assists and 12 digs. Along with this win, they have ranked wins against Creighton, Wisconsin, Stanford, and Louisville. Their record improves to 6-0 as they face number 9 TCU tonight at 8 p.m. in Gregory Gymnasium.
And there's a new statue near DKR Stadium honoring the man who transformed the world-famous Longhorn Band. UT unveiled the statue of former band director Vincent Arndenino on Friday. Danino directed the band for 30 years. Under his leadership, the band started wearing its Western-style uniforms and got its iconic bass drum, Big Bertha. Danino died in 2014 at 96 years old. You can see the statue for yourself at the corner of 23rd Street and San Jacinto Boulevard.
A new mini golf course has opened in Austin, and it is owned by the one and only Tiger Woods. Popstroke is a mini golf entertainment venue co-owned by golf legend Tiger Woods and TaylorMade Golf Company. The course opened their first location in Florida in March 2019 and now has 17 open locations throughout the U.S. The Austin location opened September 11th in Cedar Park. They offer 2 18-hole courses, a sports bar, and a full-service restaurant. Tune in to Good Morning Longhorns next week for an inside look at the Austin Popstroke location.
Looking for a new West Campus spot? Lime Green Grill, a family-owned Vietnamese-inspired restaurant in the Castilian, just opened. They offer everything from fresh spring rolls and build-your-own bowls to beverages like passion fruit tea or Vietnamese coffee. Tomorrow, to celebrate its opening, the first 100 visitors will get a free banh mi sandwich, and 10% of sales benefit the Austin nonprofit Universal Angels Network. Be sure to stop by and try it out.
A live music venue is gaining traction in West Campus, and it's convenient in more ways than one. Friendly Rio Market goes above and beyond other convenience stores by featuring local artists in the middle of their snack aisles. Free concerts for all age groups are held most Friday nights, and anyone is welcome to sign up for a performance. During store hours, the market on West 29th Street also invites customers to play ping pong, sing karaoke, and play video games.
Back on campus, earlier this week, Campus Events and Entertainment celebrated UT's 142nd birthday at the Texas Union's East Patio. The outdoor event was free for all UT students and featured goodie bags, activities like Name Your Favorite Memory at UT, a Texas-themed photo backdrop, and light refreshments. Here's what student officers who worked the celebration and one attendee had to say.
This is UT's birthday. We are celebrating 142 years of tradition in Texas Fight. So here we have our goodie bags, and we have cupcakes, and we have
Capri Suns.
It's really just a time just to celebrate and be proud to be a Longhorn.
Yeah.
I heard that there is some free food here, so that's the main reason I'm here. Yeah. As you see, I got some Capri Suns, so I'm really good.
Here at Good Morning Longhorns, we are wishing a very happy birthday to UT, and many more to come.
This week of Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month, we'd like to celebrate Sylvia Rivera, a trans-Latina activist. Rivera was involved in the civil rights movement and was a prominent activist for trans liberation. Rivera was one of the key figures standing beside Martha P. Johnson at the Stonewall riots of 1969. Later, Johnson and Rivera co-founded Star House, a shelter for LGBTQ+ youth of color. Her legacy lives on with the Sylvia Rivera Law Project, a legal aid for trans people of color. Be sure to tune in next week as we highlight another person.
When we come back, we're joined by the president of the Association for Women in Sports Media at UT Austin. Ariel Doss joins us live in the studio after the break.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue?
Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Welcome back. Here at UT, there's no shortage of organizations students can join to find Longhorns with similar aspirations. One such club is the Association for Women in Sports Media.
This morning we're joined by AWSM President Ariel Doss to talk about the club and her journey as a woman in sports. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
To start us off, can you give us some background into AWSM and what are some events that you guys typically put on?
Yeah, so WSM is a national organization that we just started a chapter at UT, and we do a lot of different things like networking events, and we have speakers of different women in sports that are either associated with our organization nationally or just women that work in the area.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to pursue sports journalism.
So I started working in sports when I was 16. My brother is an athlete, and so are my parents, but I was not gifted with any athleticism, but I still loved sports. So I found a way to kind of combine a lot of my interests, and I started sports reporting for my high school. And I think starting as a woman in sports so young, especially when I was just surrounded by men, I really fueled my passion to want to help other women in sports and not going it alone like I did.
And here at UT, why did you decide to get involved with AWSM?
So when I heard that we were starting a chapter, it was something I was really excited about. I think seeing familiar faces when you're working UT sports events and just different women that you can go to things with is super important. And I also think it's a great opportunity to just get to know professionals in the city.
Yeah, so has your involvement in AWSM helped you to explore your passion in sports media?
Yes, I think one of my favorite things is mentoring younger women that are coming up in sports, and just watching their passions grow fuels my passion for sports.
And over the past few years, we've seen a big rise in the popularity of women's sports. Do you feel like this has kind of changed how you've done at AWSM?
I think so. I think especially the attention on women's sports. We have so many women's sports teams that do so well here, and I think that girls seeing female athletes really rise above all the challenges and make a name for themselves at this school has influenced a lot of women to want to get involved in other ways.
That's amazing. So as president, how do you think, or what impact do you hope that AWSM will have on its members?
I hope that when WSM members go to work at sports events, they're able to see familiar faces, whether that's someone that they've met in their club or a professional that we've had speak. And I think it's such a game changer when you can walk in with confidence, knowing that there's going to be other women there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ariel, for having us on, or coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And you can learn more about what AWSM does their Instagram at AWSM Texas.
After the break, we're teaching you how to start the fall season right with some homemade fall trail mix. We'll be right back.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue?
Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Welcome back. With fall officially here, we're excited to dive into all the cozy seasonal food and drinks. Our Shreya Vaidyanathan is back to give us her favorite recipe. Hey Shreya, welcome back.
Hi, good morning guys. Good to see you again. So this is a sweet and savory fall-inspired trail mix that's super easy for y'all to recreate. Personally, I'm super lazy, so I love this recipe as a low-effort snack when I'm having people over for a movie night or hosting or just even on-the-go sweet treat. I feel like I eat it for breakfast sometimes because I have a huge sweet tooth. So this recipe is super customizable, but my ingredients include mini pretzels, candy corn, roasted nuts, Czech cereal, and I think dried cranberries. And again, as someone super lazy in my kitchen, my favorite part is that this recipe requires 0 baking. It's really easy. So yeah.
Well, we're both in apartments this year, and I think, just for me, it's been kind of hard to find time to cook, so this would definitely be a really helpful recipe, maybe in the morning to get things going.
Yes, I feel like normally when I cook, I have to do it all in one day and then just eat it throughout the week. So this is a good thing to, have on hand and snack when I need to.
This is such a good meal prepping thing because it's so quick and versatile. And the thing that I love about it is you can make it in a really big batch or a small batch. So whether you're hosting a lot of people or a small amount of people this season, it's customizable. Anyways, what are y'all's favorite fall treats, Aneesh and Emmie?
Ooh, my favorite fall treat, I'm gonna have to go with my mom's pumpkin bread recipe. It's so good. I used her pumpkin cookie recipe and made some for my friends the other day, but I just love anything pumpkin. It's so good.
I love that. That's so cool.
Pumpkin bread is good. I would say for a drink, definitely apple cider. I like it cold personally.
It's a hot take.
And really, and I also got to go with pumpkin flavored. I think pumpkin pie, even though maybe more of a Thanksgiving food, we're not there yet, but I think it can still be enjoyed here in September.
I honestly, if we're talking about Thanksgiving, I love some cranberry sauce. But anyways, yeah, so basically in the mix, you can add in, there are lots of things you can add in, but my favorites are adding some cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice for that extra fall taste. And I've been adding some white chocolate and drizzling it over because it makes it even more addictive. Yeah. I have a huge sweet tooth personally. I don't know about y'all.
Me too.
Yeah. But so whether you're hosting a fall gathering, prepping gifts for friends, or just craving something crunchy and fun, you should make this mix your go-to autumn treat. And we can try it really quick if y'all want to.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay. Y'all aren't allergic to nuts, right?
No.
That would be really awkward. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna have a little candy corn. I feel like I have to get a flavor combo here.
Wait, yeah.
We've got to get all the pieces in one bite.
People hate on candy corn all the time. I love candy corn.
It's so good.
It's the best. Anyways.
That's really good.
Okay, what do you rate it?
Sweet and savory. Give it a 7, maybe.
7?
I give it a 10. It's good.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd give it a 9.5. Anyways.
Well, thank you so much, Ray, for joining us, and thank you all for joining us this Wednesday. I'm Aneesh Tiwari.
And I'm Emmie Adams. From our Good Morning Longhorns team, we'll see you back here next week. For Campus First News, you can follow us on Instagram at Good Morning Longhorns and check out our website at tstvnews.com.